I'm just waiting for Cesar. Hopefully, he's gonna make it. Yep, Cesar is just right there. Hello, Cesar. Welcome.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing alrighty, and you? How are you today?
I'm pretty good. I'm just at work, so I'm having a good time. Kind of. Where am
You
I?
have you're having a good time at work. Interesting. What do you
Yeah.
do?
Whenever you do what you like to do, you're having a good time. That's how it's supposed to do.
Very good, man. Very good. What do you do, Cesar?
I'm a doctor. I used to work in the States as a gerontologist, but I just quit because of COVID. So I came back to my country and I run a pharmacy. I own the pharmacy and I run the pharmacy as a doctor too. So I give consultations and I also prescribe and do all this stuff.
Very good. That sounds really interesting. And but did you learn here? I mean, did you study your major here, or did you study in the United States?
What was that? I'm sorry.
Did you study here your major?
Well, yeah, I did an MD here in Nicaragua as a licensed physician, and then I just moved to the States for a master. So yeah,
Good, man.
yeah, in between I was just working.
Cesar, are you there?
Hello,
You were saying that in between you worked?
can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right. So in between I was just flying back and forth. Part of my life I just live in the States. So yeah.
Okay. And what are your goals now? What are your plans for the future?
Well, now some sort of kind of uncertainty in the air because of COVID and all the crazy political situation here. But uh, besides that, and nonetheless, we have to have plans for the future. I will say that I just want to grow a little bit more in terms of professional side of my life.
Are you planning to study something here?
Maybe not really, but I just want to amplify my field. I just want to open up like a new pharmacy and just try to make something different with that. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking to do.
That's
Just related to job, just related to work.
Sounds good, man. Sounds really good. And it's really interesting. And have you ever worked in a call center?
I actually did. That was a funny story back there. When I finished my mayor, I decided to give like a sabbatic year and try to stay back home and lay down. But I ran out of money. So I started to apply to different places to work as a doctor, and that was kind of tricky because it's not really easy here. I didn't have back in the days a plan to go to the States, so I decided to apply for a call center, and I applied for what's the name, Concentrics.
Did you get
I
the position?
Yeah, I got accepted. Yeah, definitely yes. It was for sales, and I didn't know nothing about sales. Like I couldn't be able to sell you candy. Like I didn't know nothing about that, and I was really really direct. I said to the guy, you know what? I'm here applying for sales. I don't really know why, because
Okay.
I don't really know nothing about sales. But I mean, I have the English, I have the attitude. So whatever you want me to do, I learn from it. So I got the interview with the OM and
Hmm.
I got the position, and I was working there for about 6 months, I think.
Okay. And where you were selling phones or computers
Yeah,
or
it was a campaign
phones?
spring.
Okay,
Yeah,
Sprint. Okay, that sounds good. So I'm pretty sure that even though you didn't have any kind of idea about how to sell things during those 6 months, you learned a lot that now you're running your own business, right?
yeah, yeah. Which a little,
That's what happens.
it's a little bit different because a pharmacy people just come with any kind of health issue and try to support them, but it's not nothing about offering. That's the way I try to do it because there is not a reason for me to offer a medicine if you already know what you want to buy, or you know what you need, or the doctor prescribe, or me as a doctor prescribe. So here's more like a easy way of sales, I'll say. So more like
Mm-hmm.
yeah, more like a cold sale. uh,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in between, I'll say that maybe how to use some kind of part of the seller or the maybe the call flow in person.
But did you consider before going to and apply to a call center to run your business, or that happened just after you quit the job, the industry of call center?
It
What
happened
was
out of the nowhere. One day I just woke up in the morning and I say, I'm doing nothing with my life, so I need to try to work on something. So I decided to think what I want to do in life, and a pharmacy was a really good option back in the days. So I just opened it like a week after that. So yes.
the good thing about being a physician or a doctor, that you can actually prescribe, right? You can prescribe, right?
Yes, sir.
And
Yes.
that next door is the pharmacy, and you can either obviously charge for your prescription or for the medical appointment, and at the same time sell the medicine, right?
That.
Which is really great.
Hey.
That's a really integral business, right? That's an
Yeah,
integral
that's the way
business.
it works.
That's the way it works. Congrats, man. Congrats. And are you planning to go back to the call center industry?
Not really. I hate it.
Tell me about your experience.
It was really good. I met really nice people. It was a nice place to work. They are really legal. I mean, they pay you what they say that they're gonna pay you. They give you your day off and whatever. If you want to get some more money, you increase your sales. Either increasing your sales or doing overtime, you get more money. But I'm a doctor, and I just made it a try, and I tried it. And it's not what I wanted. I just hate computers. I don't like computers, and being sitting in front of a computer like all day long, it was so frustrating. So I decided not to keep on that thing. Maybe, I mean, I wouldn't say never, because you never say never.
Yeah,
But
you would never know.
yeah, but so far, regardless of what's going on, I would say probably not my thing. That is a if anybody else is watching this, I'll say that a call center is a place for someone who wants to create something beyond the call center. I wouldn't say it's a place for you to stay, even though you get or not a position. Is more like a manufacturer place for calls. That's the way I see it. If you're a professional, if you have your degree, or if you have a family, or if you have, uh, a dream in your soul, in your heart to create something, I don't know,
Hmm.
selling something out there or open up a pulperia,
Hmm.
call center is a place for you to be a certain period of time of your
Hmm.
life, not to
Hmm.
stay at. But I know it works for many people. I know people has been working in call centers for 15 years and that works for them. That's good. I mean, but yeah, I would recommend anybody out there go to the call center, raise some money, keep on saving, and do something else.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking based on your experience and the way
Definitely,
your
yes.
critical thinking, the way that you actually see things. And as you just mentioned earlier, yeah, there are a bunch of people out there who are still working in the industrial call center, and they perhaps have more than 10 years already, and they have been able to, grew in that ladder of to the top of the mountain, right? That's a good thing. On the other hand, there are other people that are pretty much complaining about the situation they are living in the call center industry, and pretty much they start saying bad things about it. However, that's going to be depending, right, on what you want to accomplish in your life, right? That's we need to go back a little bit, a couple of step down, and to start thinking what are the things that we want to accomplish in our lives. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
I would never say it's a bad place to work at. I mean, you get good money, money, money per hour living. Um, but and you're gonna be treated the way that you treat people. I heard of so many people out there saying that call centers receive like misbehavior, bad treatments, or harassment from OMs and people. Like, I mean, if you receive any kind of these things, you go and complain, and that's it. But at least the place I was working at, which is Concentrix, I will highly recommend that place for anybody who
There
wants to
you go.
apply for a call center.
You hear it. You hear it from Cesar Talavera. You hear it from Cesar Talavera. All right.
Yeah, it's a very, very good place to work at. they have really good management. Obviously, there's people with envy out there. There's people with anger.
Yeah,
There's people carrying out stuff from their houses and problems and things that back in the head. But that's their own thing. You're gonna create your own path, and you're gonna
there
create
you go.
your own way. So that's up to you. You sit down in a chair, you get in a computer, do your own shit, and that's it. You know.
Yeah, but sometimes we need to work with our emotions, right? We need to also understand people's emotions, and those things that you also said might affect you in one way or another. But if you know, or if you have some kind of acknowledgement or awareness of the things that are actually going around you, and you can channel all those negative things or negative feelings, I'm pretty sure that you can grow and do much better, right, in the industry. I have seen it myself. I experienced myself, and I have been in both fields. The one that it's always, like very uncomfortable and doing nothing, and I don't care. I just do my own stuff. And on the other side, I have worked also in the part where, you know what, we need to worry about this. We need to make sure this works in a different way. So, and both of them has their rewards. One of them is so bad, and the other one, it feels like okay, this is the path that I want to be on. Right, that's the
You
thing.
know, even working for customer sales or tech support, you're going to be dealing with people. But at the
There
end of
you go.
your job, and people is expecting you to do your job. So if you have any issues at work, if you have problems at home, you got to put it back. Put a hanger, hang it out there.
There you go.
And yeah, work with emotions, but it's your job. You got to be focused on that. Put the emotion things away, and try to focus on the things that you want to do. And I mean, if you're going to work, you're gonna spend 9 hours working there, sitting in a chair, 15 minutes time break, and half an hour time for lunch, and you're gonna have a bad day. Just try to make it easier for you. You know what I mean? That's up to you. It's just about your attitude and the way that you see the world out there. Everyone has issues. There's highs and lows.
There
That's
you go.
one thing, but it's up to you if you want to change it.
Absolutely, absolutely, sister. And now going back to our main questions of today's topic, right? And do you consider yourself a spender or a saver?
I'm a
You have
saver.
2 minutes for you to develop your answer.
I'm a saver. Well, I always thought in my life, if you want to build something in your life, you gotta be pushing harder, and it's not really easy for someone to save money because if you go out there to the mall, you want to buy a cell phone, you want to buy something else, and if you have the money in your pocket, you can do it, and that's your right. But at the end of the day, I just realized that if you don't save money, if you don't think about the future, you will never have a basement. You will never have something to settle and seat. And if you have 100 quarts today, and you can buy whatever with the 100 quarts, and you know that that's the only money that you'll have in a week, if you spend that money, what will happen tomorrow? And people say, we don't really know what will happen tomorrow. Oh, whatever. What if you wake up in the morning, if you're alive, and you have money to eat? You know what I mean? So I just think myself as a saver, not a spender, not anymore, because it doesn't work for me. That's why I have what I have so far.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. Very good, very good, excellent. So you took around 1 minute and something, right, in your answer, which is really good, which is really good. Only, I'm going to be honest with you. You talk about the past. You make comparisons between the being a saver and being a spender. You gave some examples, and the only thing that caught my attention is, what if you wake up tomorrow and I didn't catch the last part of that sentence. And what you said? You remember that part? What if you wake up tomorrow?
What if I wake up tomorrow and I'm alive? Because people, that's the Nicaraguan thing. They say, oh, you never know if you're going to be alive tomorrow. So what if you're alive tomorrow?
Okay. All right. I got you now. All righty. Very good. Excellent. And he also you use conditionals in your answer, which is really, really good. The way that you actually answer your questions, you use paraphrasing, you give, or you talk about in past, you talk about present, you think about imaginary situation with first condition and second condition, and also you make comparisons between being a spender or a saver. Very good job, man. Very good job. Where did you learn English?
I don't really know.
What do you
So
mean?
yeah, I mean, I was coming back and forth in between the states and Nicaragua, and I just like languages. And
Okay,
I believe just reading more like a work
in
on
an
my.
English, in an English center, more
I
than
never
that.
went to an English place. I never went to Cornerstone. I don't like that shit. That's not for me. I went to college for my degree, and that's the only thing I like. But yeah, I did it myself, and you can do it yourself. Now you have internet, YouTube and all that stuff. But I speak English since I'm 8 years old, so that's probably
That
why.
sounds that sounds good. Now, let me go ahead and ask you the following. Now, since you are those kind of guys who actually learn by everything, at least languages on their own, um, what is the strategy that you have been using in order for you to acquire the language? Even though, think about those people that they can't have access to travel to the United States, but you also mentioned that nowadays you have an internet, which is good. But how would you use it though? What would be your advice for those people and how to use the internet for them to improve their language, their language skills?
Okay, I'm gonna be real with the answer. Uh, you asked me where did I learn English, but I I learned it when I was a little kid, so I don't
Okay.
remember. You know what I mean? But it's not my native language. I learned English, and then I obviously spoke Spanish before that. But uh, I will say that do what you like to do. I'm a reader. I like to read, so I started reading and doing that stuff. I like music, so I listen to music. And I know there's like a whole bunch of people out there, like you are doing right now, willing to help you with pronunciation and paraphrasing and all that. So use your internet, get into YouTube, get into Facebook Watch, and try to find videos for some specific topic at a time. So don't try to rush, because I believe that's one of the things people get in mind. Oh, I have to be speaking English in 5 months,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
not going to happen. It's
Yeah.
it's all about many things. It's a new language. You never end up learning a new language. So try to take your time. Don't put a set of time. Just push harder every day and try to make it happen with with small pieces. I don't like the structure of to be verb and this and that and there. No, I for me it worked more like a combination of things because I was a kid, and when you're a kid, but before 13 years old, you learn quicker stuff. You're like a sponge. But if I would be an adult, I probably start reading and listening. You can get audiobooks, so you can read at the same time you're looking what you're listening and looking what you're reading. Um,
The transcript. Yeah.
you can compare that, and you can try to have conversations with Siri. I have an iOS phone. I, you can work on that. Siri helps a lot. I don't know if you have Alexa and Android or however it is, but there's a lot of things right now. Back in the days when I don't know how old you are, but back in the days when we were, I don't know, 10 or 12, it was different. They say WhatsApp right now, and I figure out WhatsApp when I was 20.
Hmm.
So now it's more accessible, more easy, more down in place for everybody. I believe people is lazy. I learned in life that if you want to do something, you want to get into that.
There you go. You need to be a go-getter. You need to be a
Yes.
go-getter if you really want to accomplish things in life, right? Whatever it is. And this is another thing that caught my attention the way that you just mentioned. It doesn't matter the time. Sometimes you set up some time frames in order for you to think, okay, in 10 months I'm going to be learning the language. In 10 months you're going to be at certain level, but it doesn't mean that you finish acquiring the language. In fact, I wouldn't say that me at my level of English, I'm 100%. I'm not
Yeah,
even close to that, because I know for a fact that every single day you're learning something new. And depending on how you actually acquire the language, it could be either by reading, listening, or by watching. The more you spend on those things, and the more you practice what you have been learning, it's the better or the fastest that you're going to be learning about that. Alrighty, Cesar, you want to add something else?
yes,
All right.
I wanna congratulate you because you have really good English. You're trying to help out people, and that's really good. Very nice from you. And try to keep on doing this. It's important to bring people tools. Even more important in these countries that we're trying to grow and seems to be impossible. It's important to um, give people tools to follow up and continue. And call centers are a really good strategy for people that is trying to, grow up in life. And just want to say thank you for that. And I'm down if any kind of collaborations or things that you want to help. And I'm down for helping also. And thank you. That was pretty much
Thank
it.
you. Thank you, Cesar. Thank you very much for your words. It's amazing to have you in today's episode. And hopefully, we can keep in touch, man. We can keep in touch, and let's see what kind of collaborations we can do in the near future. Alrighty?
Definitely. All right. All right.
Take it
Have a
easy,
good one.
man. Have a
You
good one
too.
too. Bye bye for
Bye
now.
bye.
So we had Cesar. We had Cesar just right there, everybody. Cesar, he has been learning English on his own, and that was a really nice, interesting story, right?